So it appears that Stephan has just pulled a Meet Kevin and did the exact same thing that Meet Kevin did at the very beginning of this year in January, which was sell all of his stocks. Except there's one interesting thing to that story. Stephan just did a clickbait title because it says right here, why I'm selling my stocks. That's the title of Graham's latest video. However, when I first saw that title, I'm like, okay, dude, I know exactly what you're doing. You're basically doing the whole clickbait thing, like, oh, why am I selling my stocks? But in reality, it's almost the end of the year, so we all know that he's selling his stocks for tax loss harvesting reasons. At least most of us in the finance community already know of this. We're already aware of this stuff, so that this is not really anything new, right? But what's very interesting about the video is quite a few things. One, the video was absolute garbage. One thing about Stephan's content, and I think a lot of you guys will agree with me, and this is just me giving my God honest opinion. And keep in mind, I've been watching Stephan since I was in college, so we're talking like 2018. Like I've been watching Graham for a while. His content has really fallen off. It's just very generic. It's very basic. To me, it's not anything that's helpful. It's very elementary level concepts that you would teach to like preschoolers. It's like, oh, tax loss harvest. It's like, dude, most people in the finance community already know what that is. You know what I mean? Like, his videos are just trash to me. That's just my honest to God opinion. And that's beside the fact that he made all this money from promoting an absolute scam on his channel called FTX, and he refuses to give the money back. And I'm not even saying he has to give the money back to the people who fell for the scam and, lost their money in FTX. At least take that money and donate it to charity. That would be the right thing to do, considering the fact that the money that you got came from a legit scam and Ponzi scheme. Like, you didn't get that money honestly. You got that money for being a grifter. It's very frustrating, and it's crazy because I don't know if he thinks that we just forgot. I did look at his comments. I didn't see not one comment regarding FTX, which really makes me think that he actually does delete comments. I think some of you guys who've been commenting under my video and telling me that he deletes comments, I think you guys are absolutely right. But let's actually go ahead and look at something very interesting, right? So the reason why this Stephan video is so important and why I actually did decide to make a video on this video is because he highlights how bad of investors the average retail investor is. And he also highlighted why most people, just about everyone, is better off just putting your money into the S&P 500. Because when I tell y'all Stephan got absolutely, positively, murder she wrote, that boy got smoked. That boy's portfolio got murder she wrote. Like, he got destroyed. Like, just look at this picture right here. He's down 50% in Ally, 53% in FSR, 56% in Meta, which is Facebook, 56% in Rocket Companies, which I don't know why in God's name he bought Rocket Companies. That was like a meme stock in 2021. And then he's down 82% in Snapchat. And before I go ahead and make fun of him, he did have some gainers. He did have Enphase and Ford. He did have some gainers. But overall, if you add all this up, he probably did not have that good of a year. Now, I know that Stephan is mostly an index fund investor. I'm sure he has most of his money in index funds. So we're not counting that part. We're just counting the speculative part of his portfolio. I have no doubt that all these stocks he bought make up a small percentage of his portfolio. If you add all that together, he definitely performed bad and probably lost money in this speculative side. But here's the difference. Stephan is mostly an index fund investor, and he lost a crap ton of money. Most of these individual stock pickers, I promise you, are probably down just the same. Most of those YouTubers you guys follow that don't show you their real transparent performance in their portfolios, those people like Tom Nash, clowns like that, and I don't know, Meet Kevin and Larry, I don't know, all these other clowns, right? All these other people. But it's funny with Tom Nash too, because from what I understand, Tom Nash isn't very transparent. At least I haven't seen it. I haven't heard anything about it. But he has the nerve to come out with a stock analyzer tool. But I guarantee you, Tom Nash has not performed well this year. I guarantee it. That's what's so funny about that. But anyway, what Graham is doing here, it really highlights how bad of investors all of us are. And it doesn't even make you a bad investor. I won't even go that far. I'll take it a step further. It really highlights how hard and nearly impossible it is to actually beat the market. It is so ridiculously hard. There were numerous times this year where Facebook was looked upon as extremely dirt cheap. And guess what? It kept going lower. Same thing with stocks like Tesla and I don't know, Amazon or whatever. Google kept going lower. Stock picking is just so ridiculously hard. I really don't understand why people have this greedy mindset where they're just like, I want to make 10x gains in 5 minutes and all that stuff. Like, I've preached this so many times on my channel. The stock market is not get rich quick. The stock market is not really get rich at all, honestly. It's really build wealth over the long period of time. But I preach this on my channel all the time. The best thing you could do as an individual in order to become rich, if that's what you want to buy all the Birkin bags and the Louis Vuitton, you want to be rich for real, you have to figure out a way to bring in an insane amount of income. That's really the secret. Because stocks isn't going to make you rich in 5 years or 2 years. And unfortunately, a lot of people have fallen under this illusion because they listen to clowns like Tom Nash and me, Kevin, and Larry Jones and Chris Sane and, Jeremy LaFave. They really think that they're going to be rich in 5 years investing in stocks. And that's just really not how stock market works. It just doesn't work that way. You're not going to get rich in 2 years. You're not going to get rich in 3 years and 5 years. You'll build a lot of wealth in 30 years. That really is how stocks work. But if you go with that mindset, you're going to end up like this, like Graham. You're going to end up down 82% in Snapchat, down 56% in rocket companies, down 56% in Meta. That's really how this thing goes. And it's so important that you guys realize this. And it's important you guys realize why I fight so hard against these grifters on my YouTube channel. Because unfortunately, some of you guys can't see, or maybe you're blinded by greed, or maybe you just really believe in your heart that in the next 5 years, you're going to find the next Tesla and become a multimillionaire. Life just doesn't work that way, man. It just doesn't. Making money, and a lot of it is extremely hard. You got to have some type of valuable skill or talent. All these executives that make all this money have some incredible skills that allow them to command jobs that pay that kind of money. That's where you got to go. You got to get you some serious skills. I talk about all the time. Accounting is a legit skill that pays well. Engineering, you know what I mean? I don't even know, but yeah, stuff like that. Accounting, engineering, coding. There you go. That's another one. Coding. You learn how to code, you going to make you some money. Computer science. These are skills that are not taught, and they need to be taught, but it just really is so upsetting because I know there's a lot of you people out here who don't get taught this stuff, but you're looking for a way out. You're looking desperately for a way to make a lot of money because let's be honest, everybody wants to make money. Everybody wants to be rich, right? Let's be honest. Who wants to be broke? But unfortunately, you all fall into this trick on YouTube Finance, which is a very dangerous community where you have these grifters who are charismatic and are able to trick you and make you believe that if you just buy their stock analyzer tool, or you join their Patreon or buy and sell alerts, you're going to find the next Tesla and get a 1,000% return. But you know what the reality is? The reality is, if you follow these clowns, which most of you already have and you've seen it, you've already seen it. If you follow these clowns and buy their Patreons and their fake garbage stock analyzer tools and listen to them and all that, you know what you're going to end up like? You're going to end up like Stephan right here. You're going to end up down 82% in Snapchat, down 56% in rocket companies, 56% in Meta, 53% in FSR, and 50% in Ally. That's what's going to happen. That's the God honest truth that you guys need to hear. Listen to me. Listen. There's a lot of frauds and clowns on YouTube who don't know anything. I told you from the beginning, Tom Nash don't know anything. Nothing. He said Wish was a good stock to buy. He said Peloton was a good stock to buy. He even deleted the Peloton video. Come on, man. Come on, guys. Like, if I'm lying, come on now. I'm over here preaching. I'm not trying to be a pastor up here, but I might have to bring Judge Echoes back. I mean, my goodness, man. I might have to put the little hair back on. Like, it's like, come on, man. So my main point with this whole thing is I do appreciate that Graham did this. Now, although I think this video was a complete waste of time and complete garbage because all he did was say a bunch of nothing and then say, oh, I'm selling my stocks for tax loss harvest. Like, dude, most people in finance already know that. Can you provide some actual value besides this generic crap? Like, it's amazing that people like this have such huge followers. I know he built it over a long period of time, so I'm not hating on him. His content used to be good. But if we look at his content now, it's horrible. Okay, this thing getting itchy. Ooh, it's horrible. That's the bottom line. His content now is really bad. But the one thing that I do appreciate is that he showed how much he lost investing in individual stocks. And this highlights the important key here, guys. And you know, I've been saying this on my channel since January 2022. I've been saying this the entire freaking year. Stop listening to these fake gurus. Stop buying their fake garbage analyzer tools. Stop with this mindset that you're going to get rich in 2 to 5 years. Stocks don't work that way. Ask any real investor. They'll tell you. Stock market is like a transfer of wealth. It gives you long-term wealth. And you have to understand, guys, long-term wealth building is different than get rich quick. Okay? Here to tell you right now, turning $5,000 into $1 million is not long-term wealth building. It's not. Long-term wealth building is putting $500 to $1,000 every month into your investment account, and then it compounds. You get that compound interest over the course of 25, 30, 40, 50 years. That's what the stock market is all about. The best way you could look at the stock market is just how your 401k is. That's how you should be investing in your 401k. Hopefully you get a company match. You take money out your check every month. You put it into some type of index fund, and then your company matches and they put money in there too. That's how that game is going. And then over the course of the long term, when you turn older, when you get older and you're ready to retire, you take that money out and hopefully you got $1 million or several $1,000,000 because you've compounded that interest over the course of a long period of time. That's how investing really works. Any clown on YouTube telling you otherwise is sending you off. It's a lie. And it's important you understand that. So I just want to make sure I reiterate, because this picture right here is so important. And I guarantee you, if you look at your favorite fake guru's stock portfolio, it'll look just like this. Matter of fact, Meet Kevin, I got proof that Meet Kevin is down probably more than 50% on Tesla, which, by the way, it looks like Tesla actually makes up like 83% of his portfolio. I got a video coming on that soon. Stay tuned for that. But anyway, most of your favorite stock gurus are all down huge. You want to know how your favorite stock gurus are really making their money? You're giving them a 100% return. Matter of fact, being a grifter will make you richer than the stock market ever can. You be a grifter and you take all these scummy sponsorships like FTX and established titles and Masterworks, and then you get a Patreon, you trick people into believing you can help them make money even though you've done nothing but lost money in stocks. That's how you really win. And that's the danger in all this. So anyway, although Graham's videos are horrible now, I can't even watch them. They're horrible. And you guys know I don't even subscribe to that clown anyway. But I just want to make it clear that there's a good teaching moment in this. The fact that he showed the stocks that he lost it. And this probably isn't even everything he lost money. He probably has more and he probably just didn't show it all. You know how these people are. These people are liars and they're not very transparent. But I do appreciate him for at least posting this, because I think it gives a very good teachable moment for me to try and speak some sense into some of you guys that think that the stock market is get rich quick, which I keep trying to tell you, it ain't. Okay, so anyway, there you guys have it. That will go ahead and conclude today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to like, share, subscribe. See you guys in the next one.